look at the amount of resource, I mean, OD6 came up with 344 million tonnes, etc. So, and I'm pretty sure a lot of these guys in time will come up, yourself included. Where do you think that future demand could come from? I mean, you come half a billion tonnes of this stuff on the market. What is the market? Where do you see the future demand? Is there an increase? I know that electric cars, etc., but is that enough for this industry to have?
If you look at the market commentators, there's a whole bunch of studies sitting out there that talk about not just rare earths, but a whole bunch of metals that are going to require several-fold increases of supply to be able to meet the projected demand around electrification of the transport sector and of the power sector and all those sorts of things. Okay, so look, you can accept that for what it is, and I guess I do. When you sort of look at the numbers, they kind of spin your head out, okay? And that includes for rare earths as well. So there's already a pretty solid foundation to be able to say that, for rare earths, there's going to be a lot of demand coming, but a lot of it will come out of China. So we should never forget that they're still going to be occupying a large part of the market in terms of demand. The demand elsewhere is growing rapidly, of course. The Europeans produce a lot of electric vehicles. The US are really starting to ramp up as well. Japan, Korea, and so on. So there's a large electric automotive, hybrid and battery electric automotive sector that's already emerging or really solid outside of China. But China seems to be growing the fastest. So we shouldn't forget that, because China may also be a market for rare earths that are produced by some of these projects. So you wouldn't be your first port of call, but you'd be, personally, I would like to see more go into the market outside of China. Putting that aside, when I started in rare earths all those years ago with Arafura, and I hadn't really thought too much about rare earths before Arafura, we couldn't even dream of some of the applications that we're seeing from rare earths today. Okay, and that will change over time. There'll be demand that pop in from other sectors. I'm not sure to the same extent as we're seeing from the electrification of transport and power. Don't know. I guess we'll find out over time, but there's a whole lot of stuff we haven't even thought about yet. One thing's for certain, research and development will find new applications for rare earths. On the flip side, there'll be a whole bunch of people who are continuing to work on thrifting of rare earths out of applications, okay? So there's going to be a counterbalance there. And then, of course, you've got a whole bunch of people who are wanting to recycle spent magnets to pull the rare earths out of there that go back into the sector. So that will, perhaps dampen the supply a little bit from the mines that are trying to pop up around the world. Australia has a real opportunity, no question, in being a bigger player in rare earths through its hard rock sector, and I'd say emerging the clay-hosted space as well. We'll see how that plays out over the next little while. I'm pretty optimistic about it, and I'm determined for HRE to play a part in it.